Good evening and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day 57, and I'm going to tell you the story of the Buddha and the astrologer. Now, there was one day when the Buddha was walking, and it was rather hot, scorchingly hot. He was close to the river and decided to sit down under a tree that was close to the bank of this river. And so he sat down, just allowing the breeze to blow by and the river to flow by, and listen to the birds chirping in the tree above him and the other trees around him. And he was content just to watch the world in its ever-changing forms. Now, it just so happened that a well-educated astrologer came by. Now, he had this knack of being able to see someone's footprint. And upon seeing that person's footprint, he would know what they would do in their life, who they were. And it just so happened that as he was walking along the river, he saw a footprint. He studied it for a moment because it immediately came to him that this footprint belonged to an emperor, one who would rule the earth. And then he thought, what is this footprint doing here? It doesn't make sense. I must be either being fooled or I must be mistaken. And he began to follow the footprints, and they led to where the Buddha was sitting underneath the tree. And he said, "Are you an emperor? By your footprint, you rule the earth." He said, "No, I am not an emperor. I am a nobody. I am nobody. I don't rule the earth by conquest. But in a certain way, I do own the earth through inclusion." The astrologer said, "How can this be? You tell me that you're a nobody, that you are nobody, but that you rule everything?" Well, in a certain way, this is true, yes. You see, when you're a nobody, then you can be anybody. But when you're somebody, then you're stuck with being that somebody. And you say that you rule everything by what? Inclusion? Well, by conquest, you simply separate yourself out, and it's really quite a pain in the neck. But when you include everything, then everything is yours. Through inclusion, yes. Seems to really make no sense to me. The Buddha said, of course it doesn't make sense to you because you really don't have a plan. You're always making predictions, and you want to live by your predictions instead of having a plan and living your plan. Come, join with me, said the Buddha. We'll make a plan, and we'll make things happen. Now, from what I understand, they went on talking a short little bit more, and everything that the Buddha said rang true in the ears of this astrologer. He realized that making predictions is one thing, but planning and living your life is another. And so he began to plan and live with the Buddha. And that's the story of the astrologer and the Buddha. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day or evening.